Hey, my wonderful, wonderful, beautiful, productive people. So, beautiful people, one of the things that I want to encourage people because we live in a society, we live in an age where people want you to be them. They don't want you to be the quantum you, the different you, even if you're linear, meaning you're very traditional and very, you follow the status quo. And don't get me wrong, there is importance and significance in some facets to follow status quo. One being such as the laws of a land, of any given land. If you want your liberty, if you want your freedom, if you don't want your character to be singed, neither your reputation, then it may behoove you to follow the laws of the land. All right, so I would consider that one of the linear things that may remain the very same. But I want you to appreciate you for you. You have to reach a point where you're able to withstand the forces of the people who will try to change you from being you. I realize that, for example, we live in a world, and I said to myself, I remember, I think I have to do over another video, where people will say, oh, anybody who wears makeup, because they're afraid to show their features, they're probably hideous, probably ugly, hard to look upon, and, they're fake and they're false. And I hear all those different hypotheses and theorem on their personal views where those things are concerned. And I said to myself, can you imagine if people were to listen to some of you? The people who actually make the makeup, they would go out of business. They would no longer be billionaires and trillionaires or whatever they are. They would no longer, somebody has to wear their makeup. You hear? That is why it was made. Somebody has to wear it. And it has nothing to do with because you're looking hideous. In fact, if the person looks hideous, really hard to look upon, really monstrous or ugly, whatever you want to call it, it may not be fitting for them to really wear makeup because it may enhance the hideous look. It may just enhance it. But all of the makeup that you see people wear, it's the manufacturers made it for people to showcase it here. So it has nothing to do with people not being, not appreciating their natural selves. The Bible talks about using wisdom. There is purpose, there is meaning, and there is need for it many, many times. And women like myself, we are certainly okay with it. So, sometimes I see people come with their little snide remarks. If I feel like I might come back with a snide, or there's no such word, a snide or remark, but you know what I mean, it's all love. Just wanted to know that you can't browbeat me. And humility is not indicative of fear. But I want you to understand that I love me. I appreciate me. Are there things about me that need to change? Oh, yes, there are. Because I'm not perfect. I'm being made perfect. And the word perfection in the origin is talking about maturity. Not perfection as in flawless or blemished or blemish-free, sorry. And I would consider myself, or I would be considered as an extroverted type of a woman. So, we bring strengths to both personal and professional settings. And let me give you one. Let me give you a few. One, we have strong communication skills. We communicate by and large effectively. Sometimes people may misunderstand. They may not get it because sometimes it's our talking and our words may be aloof. It may be above the heads of some people. Sometimes it gets muddy. So the decoder may not be able to decode what the encoder had actually promulgated or promoted or sent out. So we have strong communication skills. We're articulate, we are expressive and comfortable in conversations, making us great at networking, leadership and relationship building, believe it or not. We're natural leaders. We are outgoing. Our outgoing nature allows us to inspire and motivate others, making them effective leaders in workplaces, communities, and other social circles. Leaders who tend not to do this are not usually extroverted, socially confident. We thrive in social settings, so we're not hidden and afraid to talk out. We make it easy to build friendships, to handle public speaking, especially if they suddenly call upon us. We can handle it. And we engage with diverse groups of people, even people with different beliefs, religious beliefs, and so on. We are very energetic and enthusiastic. Yes, we are. You know, our high energy and enthusiasm can be very contagious. I've seen it in my own encounters. You know, people who are reserved because of how I may come across. And this has nothing to do with me. It's really God. But I'm just having a real conversation with you. I'm not being pompous. I'm not being cocky. I'm not even being proud. I'm just saying this as a real thing. Because of my energy, it kind of shocks the other person into saying, hey, I can relax and unwind and be myself around this individual or these people, you know. So it is uplifting to those around us and creates positive environments in both the work and social settings. We are adaptable and open to new experiences. That is also true. We tend to be open-minded for the most part, not in everything, and willing to try new things, making us great at adapting to change and adopting change. You know, there's a difference between the two words. And seizing new opportunities, especially when we sense a light at the end of the tunnel. We are emotionally expressive. We're often comfortable in expressing emotions. Oh yes, that's me. See me? I am not afraid. All the emotions I'm not afraid to show. And we are comfortable in expressing emotions and sharing thoughts, which can lead to stronger and more transparent relationships. Any more transparent, this a girl, I get me, honestly, through me. Me comes like clear water. You know, strong networking abilities. Our social nature helps us build and maintain connections, which can be beneficial in career advancement, business, and personal growth. We are good at conflict resolution. This is so ironic because sometimes extroverted people, our mouth can get us into trouble, you know. But believe it or not, when we're like the facilitators, when we're like the mediators, I would go into, you know, mediation somehow. When we're focused and relaxed, we get a balanced view of life and the situation at hand, and we try not to be biased or discriminatory or prejudiced to one side, but to listen to the situation, get all the facts. Yes, a little opinion can come in because we're humans and we're different, you know, but once we deduce what the situation is and the information, then we would bring insight and create some level of amicable resolution, hopefully, at the end of it. You know, we are comfortable with communication, as I said, and we often address issues directly and work towards. We hit it. I'm like that. We don't go around the corner. We just, I don't know, something is inside of us. It's like something is jolting us. Deal with it head on. Full, like a freight train coming down, you know, and we work towards resolving conflicts efficiently. So beautiful people, I just mentioned quite a number of strengths, and there are negatives to it. For example, sometimes extroverted people may not know when to back down, and people are introverted and need their space and may not be in the mood for the drama, for the excitement, for the talks. Sometimes they just need their ears to eat grass. It's a Jamaican saying. They just need that moment of peace and tranquility and serenity, you know, to sort of be on a sedentary moment and walk. So sometimes we can get a little bit carried away and so on. So we do understand that there are always drawbacks to both personality types. I love my personality type. I so love it. And I pray that God will continue to enhance it. So I want to encourage you, my wonderful people, be you extroverted or introverted, appreciate who you are. Bask in it. Don't laud yourself above where you ought to. Always remain humble and respectful and loving, compassionate and merciful. Not be quick to humiliating and embarrassing other people, but to forgive and to have understanding, because in all thy getting, get understanding. When you do that, you're telling God, I want the same to be reciprocated to me. But appreciate you, every part of you, flaws and all, because you're going to improve on same. So I love me, guys. Anyway, guys, you know what to do. Read TikTok and YouTube. Subscribe now. Give me one of them lions. You know, if I get out of hand, give me one of them lions.